Midnight Muses here again today. I just realized that I posted a video on the weekend and then I forgot to post that I posted about my video on the weekend. So I'll make sure I put both links in my bio with this one. Anyways, today's just going to be a little chit chat, get ready with me while I talk about kind of what my plans are for this week, how things have already been going, and just, you know, getting ready. Also, I got 2 new tattoos. I got little mothy guy here, little mothy guy up here. I don't want to bring this one closer because this one is starting the healing process much quicker than this one and it's not looking pretty. Keeping it moisturized, but not too moisturized, you know, all that good stuff. But I'm in love with them. They're beautiful, and when they are all healed, I'll show them better anyway. So today I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm going to bring my brush a little lower so I can see them. I put a mirror up here so that hopefully I can like put on my, without having to block my face as much. I think I'll probably still need a smaller mirror when I do my eye makeup, but we are not there yet, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not really going to do much of anything different, so as opposed to talking about every product that I use like usual, I'm going to focus more on just kind of like talking about what I'm doing this week and giving like an update like on like health and stuff, because this is a very health-based week for me. Not that all of my weeks aren't health-based, because they are, but this week I'm doing stuff with my best friend Ashley, who does like workout programs and stuff out on the East Coast, and she's kind of doing an online program this week where it's like essentially for me like a boosting week, because my health has been one of, if not my main focus for most of this year. But this is I'm really enjoying this because it's giving me kind of, you know, ideas to try new things. She's giving us access to like her workout programs and stuff, so you can try new exercises, new workouts, see if you want to like change things up, because you always want to change up things a little bit because things can get bland really easily. And for me, what I've noticed is that I've gotten much better at like my strength training and stuff, but my body is like, I used to always be much more athletic, and it's very prone to having just being like more heavy with muscle. And I mean, that's fine, and muscle is heavier than fat, and I've never had a problem with being like heavier than other girls that are my size. But I've put back on some weight, no fat, but because I'm still like my clothes are still getting smaller, so I know I'm not putting on any fat. It's because my muscles are getting more, I don't know, building up, I guess. But it's very annoying. I don't like it. I mean, I don't mind having more muscle, as I said. I don't like seeing the scales go up. If they stayed the same, that would be fine. I wouldn't care, because as I said, I don't have, like, when people go for like health goals and they're like, oh, I need to be at like 130 or 140, honestly, I don't care about any of that. My goal is to be like weight on scale wise is 200. I don't want to be heavier than that, but otherwise I don't care, because I'm a curvy girl and I'm a strong girl, and I don't mind having a heavier weight. And you know what? That's all that matters. And my boyfriend also doesn't mind me having a heavy weight. Actually, we both weighed each other the other day because he is underweight, and we both wanted to see what our stats were, because we were seeing if we could pick each other up and how far the other one could go holding the other one. Was actually kind of ridiculous and hilarious, but it's good. We've actually both made good progress. As I said, mine's more muscle, which is annoying, but he actually put on 15 pounds, which is amazing, because he's like 6'7", and when I met he was 180 pounds, and now he's 195, so he is getting closer to his goal. So we're both making progress and doing well, and I like that, because, you know, we kind of keep each other going. And it's funny, our diets are very similar between me trying to lose, but because I work out so much, and because he's trying to gain. He does eat more than I do, but in terms of like what we eat, I just eat smaller portions, but we basically eat the same thing, so it's really easy when I cook for us. And he loves vegetables and healthy food and all of that, so that's really awesome. I think it would have been much more difficult if I was doing it kind of like not even like without his support, but like without him like eating the same food as me, if I always had to like cook separately for him, like my mom cooks separately for my dad a lot, that would be very, very difficult for me. So I'm happy that he likes healthy food. It makes things go a lot smoother, and it keeps me motivated to keep going stronger and further. I'm gonna bring this down my neck because, as usual, camera's making me look pale, but as you can see, bring it down my neck. You can't even see it going down my neck. I really am just this pale. But I tried out something new today that I haven't done in 10 years, which some people will say is no big deal, but to me it is I had a smoothie for the first time. Anyone who knows me knows that I hate blended drinks of all kinds. That includes like Starbucks Frappuccinos, all of that. But I was determined that, you know what? I wasn't gonna make any excuses because I have enough allergies as it is. So like being picky on top of having allergies is just like too much blocking. And like it's fine in terms of like the Starbucks Frappuccinos because those are like really, really bad for you. So the fact that I have a texture issue when it comes to crushed ice is fine with those because it stops me from having all that excess sugar. But I decided to make a smoothie today. I didn't put any ice in it. Instead, I just used frozen strawberries to get that kind of like coldness. And I used the Icelandic yogurt because I actually found that it had better stats than the Greek yogurt. And a little bit of goat's milk because I wanted to keep it simple for my first time. So it wasn't sweet or anything, which is good because I don't like super sweet things. Though it was, I will admit, I was talking to Ash about it, I'm like, I don't like sweet, but this is like almost like too low sugar for me. But I was determined to be like, no, you know what? I don't drink sugary things. I think it's just because the morning, and I was telling her, I said, I think if I had this in the afternoon, it would have been a lot easier for me because the morning is when I have my sugar. I'm like that with a lot of things. Like anything that's in my diet that's not like really part of my like health plan or whatever, or things that take longer for your body to process, that's always my morning stuff. So that way my body can get through it and process it before I go to bed, which I think also comes from the fact that I am somebody who gets up very, very late at night. Very late at night, very late in the day. Like I generally, unless I have physio, then I gotta get up at 10 in the morning. But otherwise, I don't usually wake up until like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and I'm up until between 4 and 6 in the morning the following day. So my routine, health-wise, is kind of different to like the average person's, where like, oh, I do this, and then I have like my heavy carbs or whatever at lunchtime to keep me going. And I'm like, no, no, no. I do that at breakfast because I'm the most like run around active probably in like the early evening. But no matter, even if I am very active at night, which sometimes I am because when I can't sleep, which is every day, I have a tendency to like go on cleaning binges, and then I am super active. But I still just like, I can't eat heavy at night because if I am just painting because I can't sleep, yeah, I'm awake and I'm moving around, but not enough to burn off carbs, any of that stuff. So that's so where people will be like, oh, I have a light breakfast and then I go carb heavy at lunch. I have a heavy breakfast, a medium-sized lunch, and sometimes I'll skip dinner, or that'll be my time when it's like, okay, I need to keep things light. That's when I'll make my roasted Brussels sprouts, or just like have a cucumber salad, just something that I eat and I still feel full. I also drink my most amount of water in like the early to late evening. Because again, that it keeps you going, it keeps you feeling full, it keeps you going, whatever, it's nice. And if I need more caffeine, sometimes I'll have a little bit of tea. I don't know, I'm not just do that. But yeah, this is a rambly video, and I really am just using the same products as always, like my Laura Geller blush because pinky tones, because you know, it's whatever. I did bring out my whole like extra container of palettes because, oh, I'm losing focus again. Because I was thinking about trying something new on my eyes. Well, not new, but like something that I don't usually use, at least not on videos, because it's all stuff that's like old and discontinued, which from watching every other YouTuber to ever exist that does makeup, they try not to do that, because if you can't buy it, it sucks, because, you know, you can't buy it. But at the same time, you don't want it to go bad, so it's a weird conundrum. I'm going to use just the Anastasia Aurora glow kit today. I still have to fix this kit. I think that I'm going to do that today. Today I'm all about organizing my makeup area. And I'm going to use Luna. Yeah, I'm going to use Luna. Because my two favorite ones are smashed. But as we know, I know how to fix smashed makeup. It's the easiest thing in the world. Like, everyone's like, oh, get that moon mousse, whatever it is, and that works. It literally just take some alcohol and make it so that it's kind of like goopy almost. And then you can kind of mold it back into its shape. Let it dry. I always let it dry for anywhere from 24 to 48 hours. Just leave it out and open. And then you are good to go. And it should be back to normal working, just like that other highlighter that I got. I found that highlighters are very, very soft and very, very easy to break. I'm always having to be very careful with them. So I'm not going to put that back in there because I do want to make sure that I have it so that I can clean it. I realized, because the other day I was in NYX and I got this Shimmer Down, you see it, Shimmer Down pigment. And it's like, it looks super pink, but when we swatched it was very, very rose gold. I really, really want to use that today. And she's like, oh, do you have the pigment primer? And I'm like, yeah, of course I do. No, I didn't. I had the glitter primer, so I picked this up because I saw it at Shoppers and I was like, sweet, I can use my discount. That's awesome. So I did that. And what I think I'm going to do is go into my Crown palette, which you guys have seen. I got it in a BoxyCharm a little while ago. I think a long time ago. I don't know if it was like July or something, but I was going to pop in there because it has like warm colors. Should I pop in here? Yeah, it has warm colors. I think it'll go. I can put the rose gold with that. Yeah, that'll be beautiful. All right, we're going to do that. I've decided we're going to do that. So, and I am going to use this mirror because the one up there is just a little bit too far. And even with my contacts, I am still a little bit on the blind side. But anyways, so back to goals. So what I am planning for this week, because I know I say everything in a roundabout way that makes no sense to anybody except those closest to me. I just want to boost things because my as I said, like, this scale started like going up a little bit, and yeah, I'm still getting smaller, and yes, it's not about what the scale says, it's about how you feel and how you feel about yourself and how, you know, you look, and essentially just what you care about. It's not about the numbers, it's about you. But, you know, everyone has their insecurities, and I am insecure about that, and, you know, weighing more than your boyfriend kind of sucks. There's just no getting around that. It sucks. He doesn't care, which I love, but I do. And as I said, I don't mind the scale having me heavy, and I don't mind it staying the same as I gain muscle and kind of get my shape back. I don't like it going up. So therefore, I'm going to use this boosting week to the very best of my ability to see if, you know, by trying out some like different ways of doing things. And it's funny because other than the shake, food-wise, nothing's really changing for me. I'm just kind of changing how I eat things and in what order I eat things, but sometimes that really is all the difference that you need. So hopefully I get the results that I am looking for. That would make me happy. I would love to do like a real progress update, because right now there's no point in doing like a health progress update. I know it's been a while since I've done like on my like workouts and my eating and all that kind of stuff, but it's because I'm in kind of a weird place. Like the other day I was really happy because I got a pair of pants that were a size large, which I think the last time I was able to buy just a size large was in like 2012, so that was a good long time ago. But at the same time, I have like some other stuff that are still like much largely sized, and like, yeah, they're small fitting, and the other one was a little bit stretchier, but still, I'd like to be a little bit more consistent in like buying clothes, just to a degree. Though what I will say, I was talking to Ashley earlier about it today, that I've been really happy with, because she just started using resistance bands, and as you guys, if anyone actually watches more than one of my videos at a time, knows that I've been using resistance bands for about 4 months now, and they make a huge, huge difference. And you don't realize the difference, actually, because when things make subtle differences, you don't really see them until someone else does. And it wasn't until my boyfriend was like, wow, your legs are smooth, and like your butt looks smooth. And I was like, really? Oh, okay. Because I've always been, you know, I'm sure daddy, and I like my butt. I'll say it. I just don't want to, you know, whatever, don't. But it was nice. So the other day, you know, I was looking in the mirror and I was like, oh yeah, because what I noticed is that when I was on the medication and I gained a bunch of weight, my butt got a little bit too doughy for my liking, and it got like a little bit of like dimpliness going on, which I was not fond of. And when I checked the mirror yesterday, the dimples are now gone, and it is smooth, and my legs are smooth, and like I don't really have much in the way of cellulite except for at the very backs of my thighs. So it was like, well, that's kind of major. That's like really, really major. But that's one of those like subtle things that, you know, I didn't like really get too much smaller. I just got a lot smoother, and this is really, really pretty. I quite like how this, I did not play around with this palette enough when I got it. I'm gonna have to keep it in the main game with the other guys. But it's something that, yeah, it's just one of those things that, yeah, you don't notice until someone like brings it up and they're like, hey, you know, because when I'm at home, because we have the heat so high in this house, I wear shorts, so it's like, oh, my legs are smooth. That's nice. And I was telling Ashley, like, I'm kind of sad that it's, you know, winter in Canada, because I can't wear my shorts anywhere but inside my house, because obviously can't go out in minus whatever weather in a pair of shorts, because that's just being stupid. But now I am very much looking forward to next summer, where I get to wear all of my shorts and not feel uncomfortable. Okay, how does this work? Is this supposed to be liquidy like that? Like, do you shake it or something? Like, I don't... Has anyone ever used this before? Is it pure liquid? Is it because I didn't shake it? Oh, that's like super, super just like liquid. Like, I can't even show you because like I'm scared of it like going everywhere. Okay. Hopefully it's all good. I mean, it's a brand new product. They just launched this stuff, so I'm gonna put a little bit just in like the front and kind of blend out a little bit. I like to just... There we go. That's a much better consistency. Maybe I need to like touch... Oh, I'm completely blocking the camera. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I'm using this week as a booster week, trying out new things, see if any of it works. Well, I'm sure it's all gonna work, because as I said, it's sticking to my healthy diet. Just seeing if it affects the scale at all, which, as I said, would be nice. It is not, I'm gonna keep saying it is not the most important thing. It is not the thing that you should be focusing on. I'm just looking for a little boost to make me feel better about myself. Oh, wow, that is absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh. I really, really like that. You see that? It's not really picking up as well on camera. In person, this is just like, it's stunning. It's not like pure glitter. It's like just super foiled, metallic. It blends like a dream. I swatched it in the store and was like, yep, I wasn't planning on getting this, but it's for a good price and I'm getting it now. Well, actually, that's not, kind of was. I was planning on getting glitter, and they don't sell the glitter that I usually buy anymore. Apparently it got discontinued ages ago and I was just behind on the times, but that's okay. Got this now. And wow, that is just beautiful. I'm going to take my finger and blend it into the very corners. I really like that. That's nice. I need to figure out this whole like camera filming editing situation, because I feel like people would be much more interested in my makeup videos if they could actually like properly see what I was doing and actually have the lighting, so you could really see like what it looks like when it's done kind of thing, but we do what we can while we can, right? Can't do anything about it at the moment, so there's no point in crying about it. I can't afford a good camera and a good lighting situation, and also I don't really have anywhere to put any of that stuff anyway, even if I did, because I'm still living at my parents' house, which means I still have to do all of my filming in my room. I would like to like film one of like my workouts maybe one day or something. But I'm looking forward to when Sean and I finally find a place, because I want to film a lot. And as I said, with this channel, I kind of wanted it to not just be makeup. I really wanted it to be all of my creative things. So I want to like do videos where I do like more of like my art stuff, and videos where like I like show like my cooking, because I cook every day. I love cooking. I love baking. I actually used to be a baker. So I love just coming up with things and baking things, or finding a new recipe and being like, oh, let's fiddle around with that. And I'd love to show that, because that's a big part of who I am. Hang on, just gotta get that around. Doing some big wings today. All right. I don't know, I guess I just want to show like more of my creative stuff, and I like doing that. I like sharing what I love with other people, and I've really enjoyed this platform, whether people actually watch me or not. I really just like sharing my life, and it's been kind of good. It's kind of been very like therapeutic for me to just have my little time that I set aside a few times a week, depending on how busy I am, to just film and talk about things and how I feel about things and how things are going. And so I'm looking forward to having our own space, because he also does YouTube. He has a gaming channel, which sometimes I do link below. If anyone's ever interested, I will always link it below. So he does YouTube, and he's done it for a long time, so he understands that. He just gets it. It's fun to put yourself out there, show off the things that you do. And I mean, his gaming videos are hilarious. I particularly like his Call of Duty ones, just because he's got his headset on so you can hear his audio. He's funny, and I like it. I like my videos, and I find sometimes what tends to happen, because a lot of times with my videos, it's mostly my friends and my family that are watching, and so they don't always comment below the video, but what they'll do is they'll comment me. They'll message me they'll either text me or like call me, or via Facebook if they're from far away, because I have family all over the world. And it's been nice. Like, I've had some like cousins or old friends that have really enjoyed it, and they say that it's nice, they get to check up on you. And I think I said it on my last video, but as I said, I didn't really say anything about that video, which I should have, because I actually was really proud of that video. But my boyfriend says it's like he gets to see another side of me that I don't always show people, where I'm a little bit more open about things, because I think, especially in terms of the fact, like, I talk about my mental health on here a lot, and in my everyday life, I always feel like I am burdening the people around me when I talk about it, which isn't necessarily true. I don't want to say it's not completely true, because I think to a degree, whether they want to admit it or not, it is. And the reason why I say that is because I'm not going to name any names, because I don't want anyone to like fight with me, but like, I will talk to people, and then you realize when you're talking to them about something which to you is an incredibly important topic and you really need to talk about it, and then you realize that they've stopped listening to you a long time ago, even if it's only been like 5 minutes, because they've heard this topic and they've heard it, and like, they feel for you and they want to help you, but like, they've heard it, and they've heard how you feel about the medical system. They've heard all these things, and I think they just, I don't know if it's because they can't do anything about it, so they just zone out or what, but to be honest, it sucks, you know, when you're talking about something that's important to you, that's really affecting you, and you know, you want to figure it out, and you feel like the people that love you aren't listening. And it's not an all the time thing, it's just something that happens sometimes. It sucks. And so I like having this outlet because I can talk about the things that I feel I need to talk about, and you can choose what is going on outside. But you can choose to respond to me, whether it's with love, whether it's with hate, whether it's in agreement, disagreement, whatever. Like, you can respond, and you're choosing to watch the video. And you know, I like that because it's I don't feel like I'm forcing my opinions on somebody. I don't feel like I'm taking up somebody's time when they have other things that they really need to be doing or focusing on. It's just someone who wants to know about it, someone who wants to hear about like what it's like to struggle with mental health. Maybe you struggle with it too, and you need an understanding person to like talk about it and be like, yeah, I get you, I hear you, I've been there. Or like, you know, as I said, I have some family and friends that live far away, and they say they like it because it's their way of like catching up with what's actually going on in my life, not just, you know, my social media face, which, you know, on Instagram and Facebook and Tumblr and Twitter, all that, like, I only show my happiness on there. I don't show when I'm having a bad day. I don't show when things aren't going how I want them to be or when I'm struggling. They only see that side of things. They only see the good stuff. And that's all I want them to see. I don't think I'll ever put my struggles on social media just because of the amount. Sorry. Just because of the amount of family that I have on there. I don't think I ever want them to feel, I don't know. I just don't want them to feel any type of way. I don't want them to be worried about me. Especially since, like, what I've learned is a lot of people tend to worry about me, what I like to say, unnecessarily, which isn't to say that, like, I don't need help sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. But a lot of the time, I just need to vent about something. You know, something's upsetting me, and I just really just need to vent about it. Why won't you close today? And if I put it on social media and a certain person sees it, they might not see that I'm just venting. They might see that there's something serious going on, and there's really something blocking this. Oh, my highlighter got stuck. That's what happened. I don't know. I like this outlet, and I know that I keep making these like crazy long videos, and I doubt that anyone watches them all the way to the end. For the ones that do, I do appreciate you so much. Sorry, I just forgot to grab my lip gloss, which is all I'm gonna wear today. But I appreciate you so much, and always thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and for the ones that do comment, thank you so much. Like, I love getting feedback, like, and go ahead, like, tell me that my editing is for crap. I know it is. And I care. Like, don't get me wrong, I care. And I wish that I could do more about it. I don't have a very good technical brain. I have an artist brain. And yes, some artistic people are very good with technology. I just simply am not one of those people. I'm not gonna take my hair out of my hairband today because I'm cleaning. But thank you guys so much. I know it was kind of confusing. I didn't really talk about too much of what I was doing this week because I think it's because I'm still like, I'm in my second day. I'm still just like figuring it out as I go. But I think that when I do my Friday video, because we're only doing it for 5 days, I'll be able to have a much more concise, like, okay, this is how my week went. I'm not going to talk about any actual pounds gained or lost. If I say that I've lost weight, I'll say I've lost weight. Like, I won't actually, like, give any numbers. I'm very much against doing that. But I'll say, like, what I liked and disliked about it. And I'll try to have a more concise video in general. This one's going way too long. I'm so sorry. It's just, I've started making notes for videos. But today was a day, like yesterday, that's kind of not going as I planned it to, where I had an idea for how I wanted today to go, and then my mom decided that, oh, she needs this area to be, like, organized because my one sister's moving to Korea, and then my other sister needs place for storage, and and what I've been telling people for months is that all of the boxes of stuff that are outside of my door aren't my stuff, it's her stuff, and it's like, well, she doesn't have anywhere to put her stuff. So I'm trying to clear out and get rid of and donate things that I have that I don't use, and get rid of any expired products that I have, so that I can make room for her to put her stuff away. So that also, because her stuff is piled, like I have in the hallway, I have literally like a set of drawers that I keep all of my makeup in, and all of her stuff is on top of it, so I don't have like the access that I need for that. So if I could give her some like actual like space to put things away, and she didn't do that, someone else did that, but it's just very frustrating. So I'm trying to make it more cohesive so that we all have our own personal spots. This is your drawer, that's my drawer, that kind of thing, just to make everything go easier. This is something that I've been doing for a long time because, as I said, Sean and I have been looking for a place. So I want to make it so that when we have our apartment or whatever we get, that it's easier. It's a much easier transition. I can just be like, okay, you know, this stuff that goes in here goes in this box to be transferred here to go right back inside. And like, I want everything organized, because when I moved back home, I didn't organize. I realized that I just left things in like bags and boxes and just shoved them on shelves and was like, oh, I'll take care of that one day, and then never did. And the things that I was looking for but couldn't find easily, I was just purchasing and like replacing. And it's like, no, that's stupid. Why would you not just organize what you have? It's the hoarder mentality that I get from my mother. Which I am one of the biggest things, again, like as I said, like this year has been all about like focusing on yourself and making sure that your own personal life is better. That includes your health, and that includes your personal space. This stuff, totally fine. That's my creative mess. Then, well, not creative mess, my creative chaos, as I call it. I love that. That's fine. As you can see, all those drawers, everything, I know exactly what's in all of them. They're all like actually separated. I have like an art one, I have a hair one, I have a nail one. Like they're all, everything inside is organized, so it looks chaotic, but everything has a home, everything has a place. Need to fix the hallway, because that is a hoarding situation, and so that is my goal. And you can kind of see these frames behind me here, and but not all of that is stuff from the hallway that I've now brought in here that I'm trying to go through and figure out and be like, okay, what needs to be kept, what needs to be donated, what needs to be thrown away. Easy peasy. But anyways, this video is now over a half hour, so I'm going to cut it off. If anybody, a single person made it to the end of this video, thank you so, so much. I really, really appreciate it. I love all of you. And thank you for watching and hanging out with me while I get ready and ramble on about trying to be healthy and all the random things I do. All right, bye.